Why, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. My name is Mr. Dogbo333, and welcome back to Horthy 4000 Reich as a King of Hungary. Now, in last video, we were having some issues at the start a little bit with the Kingdom of Romania, but we pushed forward a little bit, and we are making some very nice progress, if I do say so myself. We are possibly, probably actually, by the time we're gonna wrap this up, look pretty thick to countrywide improvements. Oh. Okay, China triumph in Vietnam. Okay. That is certainly interesting to see. I'll go ahead. Looks like this order's maybe got a little messed up, or might need to redraw them a little bit. So we'll go ahead and do that. We'll see if we can't push our way into Bucharest. Get some more guns. The Veststadt is seemingly about to win. I put my money on them at this point unless something weird happens. Also, it's nice to see that Poland has not been lost. Though how long it won't be lost for, we'll have to wait and see. Increase small arms production. We'll do superior firepower doctrine. Alongside massive army, must be able to achieve total artillery dominance over our enemies to make sure our manpower is not wasted in our enemy artillery kill zone. Counter this must always be on the top of the enemy when it comes to firepower, and make sure the proper make the proper investments to make sure of this. There we go. Gonna keep on pushing and circle some more troops. Wonderful. So, yeah. Gonna be in Bucharest soon enough. Kick them out. I think once we take Bucharest, we'll force a pretty solid peace. Where I think we get our old pre-World War I borders as Hungary, at least from the Romanian part of it. So that'll be neat. Oh, they're doing a last stand now too. That's cute. Alas, at this point, I don't know how much good it'll do. Yeah. Well, RP, but Belgium again. All right. As predicted, the moment they refuse our generous offers of peace, Bucharest has fallen, and we can have our way for Romania. Trianon has been avenged. The fanatic Hungarian defenders have successfully defended their invaders, preserving the territorial integrity of the state. Initially expected by the world to be of a disadvantaged side, Hungarian forces managed to launch consistent counterattacks that drained Romanian resources, eventually turning the tide of war, leading to a Hungarian victory in the conflict. Cum Deo pro patria e libertate. Excellent. So, we'll do a fallback line here for now. I did not think we'd win that. Well, actually, I think we probably would. I wasn't so sure about that. Just because I did have to restart a couple times. But it is nice that we've managed to, I gotta say. And now we have some pretty thick borders. We have Banat, Transylvania, and I think we got this. No, I think we might have already had that bit. This bit, Crisana, which I am down to have. Let's do decryption. Polish democracy restored. That's nice to see. And then well, Romania's unstable. You guys probably should have thought about that before you went and tried to invade me, huh, guys? Ooh. Legionnaires versus the Democrats. Well, I guess I'm rooting for you guys, but better than you guys. Yeah, Oh, really? Okay, fine. Through hardship and turbulent times, Miklos Horthy has proven himself to be a capable leader of Hungary. Now, with the nation rallying behind his back, he's clearly reached the peak of his popularity. As the admiral greeted the brave troops in Budapest, they each proclaimed themselves to be the soldier of Miklos Horthy. Following this, thousands of onlookers cheered, yelling the phrase, "We are soldiers of Admiral Horthy in waves." The admiral's finest hour. 7 political power, 15 stability. Soldier of Miklos Horthy. Hungary and Miklos was stood the test of time, and as the Grand Admiral's renown spreads far and wide across the world, each and every citizen proudly referring himself as a soldier of Miklos Horthy. Wonderful. Looks like we have an ongoing political shift, so we can't do any focuses. That's fine, I think. I have a war economy. Let's do Mavag. So yeah, we just gotta wait a little while for Horthy to, I think it says, step down. Well, Himmler's dead. And there we go. Despite the people's love for Admiral Horthy, his biggest enemy, age, has taken a toll on the Admiral's health. Seeing his duty as completed, Miklos Horthy has resigned, stepping down from his position of regent. With this deputy regent, Istvan Horthy, his son, has taken control of the government. Groomed to one day replace his father as the nation's leader, having served as a fighter pilot and soon as a commander of the Hungarian Air Force, Istvan is a popular figure, favored by both the liberals and the monarchists. Many eager to greet their new leader as the old Horthy finally received his deserved retirement. A new face for Hungary. In Hungary, a former leader, Miklos Horthy, announced his immediate retirement. In his public address, Miklos Horthy stated that he has completed his duties, now entrusts a role. Did they take this? I think they might have taken that. Entrust the role of leadership onto his trusted son, Istvan Horthy. Deputy regent of Hungary, Istvan Horthy is a popular man, especially famous for his role as a combat pilot and as an outspoken critic of Nazi policies. While it's unclear on how this would affect the nation's diplomatic policies, Istvan Horthy's ascension has certainly revitalized Hungary's political scene. All eyes on the new Horthy. Ooh, I think, yeah, we already did that one. So, Grand Admiral has served his country well, and it's finally time for his well-deserved retirement. Under his departure, Deputy Regent Miklos' son, Istvan Horthy, shall assume control. Next, let's enact the Crown Act. Following the plan laid out during Miklos Horthy's rules, Istvan Horthy will now finally put these plans into action, answering the royal question once and for all. There we are. There's Horthy done. Horthy's an interesting figure from what I've been able to gather. I remember hearing about him a little bit in when I went over to Budapest. We didn't spend too much time on him. We checked out some of the World War II history, namely the Terrorhauser, the House of Terror, which is on their main Andrazi Avenue. It's sort of their main street. It used to be the head of, I think it was the head of the Aerocross Party. Legionnaire. You don't like to see it. Don't like to see that. It's head of the Aerocross, which was they're basically the fascists, who ended up taking over after Horthy kind of started to push back and push for a peace with the West, partially because he got to realize his time was done, partially because, from my understanding, he wasn't a whole big fan of whole Hitler Nazi shtick. And he did try to, and you know, this is just going off what I've heard when I went there, as well as my Google Wikipedia knowledge. Try to push back on the worst policies related to treatment of Jews. Not that he kept all of them around, but especially when you compare him to the Aerocross Party and what they ended up doing. Certainly not as nice. He was certainly a lot nicer than the other guys. So the Terror House was, not only were they the Aerocross Party had their headquarters, but after it's where the Communist Party had their headquarters at. And with both regimes, there was a lot of torture and a lot of political repression going on. So that was a interesting sight to check out. But anyway, what was I was talking about Horthy. Sort of a interesting figure to me. A little controversial. I moderate coup. Holy shit, is that a TNO reference? Sort of a complicated legacy over there with Horthy. Shit, I got distracted by the TNO reference. I don't know what I was trying to say. Planned by the Committee of Previous Administration, the question of Hungarian crown has been resolved. Therefore, it is up to us to finalize their decision. Invitato. Well, I guess we gotta do the Hungarian idealism then. With success and a smooth transition to power between father and son, Hungarians are optimistic about the times ahead. István Horthy is now representing this new trend of Hungarian idealism. Okay. But yeah, Horthy, complex figure from what I can tell. Maybe not the best guy. Then again, who necessarily is the best guy? And if you compare him to the other guys who took control after, not the worst guy. Also, Banat has a lot of fucking land. I'm surprised. Or a lot of troops, it looks like. How many do they fucking... Jesus, fuck, really? Arriving in an airport near the outskirts of Budapest, Otto II stepped out of the aircraft, reared by 1,000 onlookers in the cabinet. Otto was quickly escorted to Budapest, where the crowning ceremony has been prepared for him. During the ceremony, István Horthy oversaw the proceedings alongside his trusted ministers. With Otto II now the official king of Hungary, István Horthy is now the High Minister of Hungary, a powerful newly created position separate from Prime Minister. 3 cheers to the king. After spending years in the United States, Otto von Habsburg has finally returned to Europe as the King of Hungary. Formerly chosen by the Hungarian government, Otto II has been named the King of Hungary, a pan-European, anti-radicalist politician. Otto II is also the Hungarian monarchist's favorite. Many see him as the rightful heir to the Kingdom of Hungary. While István Horthy is no longer the head of state of Hungary, a new powerful position has been created for him, allowing István to become Hungary's first High Minister, the reformist king. So notice our power struggle with the military and all of the radicals is gone, which is nice to see. Anything I want to do here? Military equipment. Let's do that. We'll start speeding her up a little bit. Well, Poland has survived. Still... Okay, I don't know if this was... So the war's over. I don't know if this was in the one I just finished recording, or I tried recording one at the start, which just ended up not working. And I had to refresh this. But, Belarus took this province in Riga, and Latvia just had these two, which was a little weird to see, but it's... If that wasn't in this one, I mean, don't forget, if it was, I'm glad that the borders got figured out. Also, thick Finland, you love to see it. They do have their own little focus tree, don't they? That's cool to see. Okay. Research slots available. Work on encryption. We've been working on decryption, but let's work on encryption. Because I've been digging the I'm digging this mod. I've been trying to figure out what I want to play next. Can I do anything else? Nope, we're still doing the ongoing political shift. Well, Kingdom of High Minister. Otto II has returned to rule as king. While title region has been abolished, new position is created for Stefan Horthy. The position of Prime Minister is maintained. A separate position named High Minister has been created, serving as a de facto leader of Hungarian politics with the same authority as the region. Therefore, the king holds symbolic power. There we go, then. Trying to figure out whether that locked us out of the democracy path or not, but it doesn't look like it. Well, there goes Denmark, which you don't like to see, but if this was one where they got taken over by the SS, probably for the best. It's hard to say usually, but yeah. Countrywide improvements. You'd love to see it. Anything we can is there anything we can do tech-wise? Okay, so this will give us infrastructure and civilian factories. That is neat. Okay. Military construction. We'll give it a little bit more time before we end up doing the anything in that second branch. And I'll go for a little bit longer. I'll go for an extra 3 minutes. I do gotta wonder, is there anything we'll be able to do to, this is not, anything we can do. And I'm glad, pretty glad we don't have to do this one. Because I think if we get locked in and we get stuck with the, air across party, who again, I don't think they're the nice guys. In fact, I've been to the museum. I know they're not the nice guys. Yeah. Behind closed doors, Otto II Horthy are discussing matters related to which direction should Hungary take. Well, the content of your discussion are unknown to the rest of the world. It seems the king and the high minister are somewhat united under a single vision, and the king's order preparations for reforms are now underway, hoping to modernize Hungary in a rapid fashion. We have a common goal. Let's do the Constitutional Convention then. Carrying on with a hope of a better political system, as von Horthy is called a Constitutional Convention, hoping to resolve the moderates' concerns once and for all. I'm trying to decide which country I want to play next. I was thinking maybe something in Russia. Maybe the Russian Republic? Seems possibly interesting. I know there's like a Nazbol Brezhnev, but I know that's a pretty hard one to actually pull off. And I'm not good at this game, so I don't know if I want to do that. That could be cool. You also have poor Belgium all the way down here, but doesn't look like they have anything worth playing. Maybe France. Seems pretty neat. And I haven't really given France a lot of love on this channel, have I? So it could be fun. Anyway. Politicians, local officials, clergymen, and businessmen all across the nation have gathered in Budapest for the Constitutional Convention, hoping to reforming the Hungarian Constitution. Horthy has organized a grandiose meeting that should resolve many political issues. Most importantly, the question of democratization shall be fully answered by the end of the convention. Let the convention begin then. And we'll have to get into the content of the convention next time, because I gotta leave it here, folks. Thank you so much for watching, however. If you liked this video, leave a like. If not, feel free to dislike. If you want to see more of this content in the future, hit the sub button for more uploads every weekday, as well as occasionally Saturdays. If you have any comments, feedback, concern, leave in the comment section below. I read all the comments. Again, appreciate any feedback you might have for me. If you want to chat play games, I have Discord. If you want to see me do so live, I have Twitch. If you want to send $100 a month, I have a Patreon. If you want to check out some non-gaming related stuff, I have a second channel. All those links are down in the description box below. Thanks for watching, boys. My name has been Mr. Dogbelt333, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.